Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you game number 1 in a series. This is going to be a series between EmalFan and Foggy, and once again it is going to be a human versus human mirror match, well, with the players opting to not really use their real names. So what's going to be happening, I believe Foggy is U2 SOK, but don't quote me on that. I'll probably have to refer to them by colors throughout this matchup as they are playing on Terranistan. Now for those of you guys who have been asking for a channel icon on my channel, well, I have one and we'll see if you guys are correct. If there is a sudden increase in the number of views on my channel, well, you guys are right and you guys get a cookie. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. Archmage opening up, coming in from the light blue human player. Meanwhile, to no surprise, an Archmage coming in from the other human player as well. Now, in a human versus human mirror match, there are a number of options that you can open up with and different strategies that you can try and go for. Now, some of the main strategies are really, if you're going to be going for a Mountain King second or a Panda second, if you want to be extra fast there, come on, yes, they almost went back to get the book. There you go, he actually went back to read the book. Alright, Archmage does have level 2 off over here coming in from the light blue. Meanwhile, Archmage of red is going to go ahead and pick up a Cloak of Shadows, finish things off there, and he may try and clear out this red creep, or this orange creep camp here. Now, one of the big sticking points on a Terranistan 1v1 mirror match on a human, well, especially for human, is clearing out this mercenary camp. That mercenary camp does allow you to hire the all-important Troll Shadow Priest. That Troll Shadow Priest is extremely strong, as it allows you to abolish magic against your opponent's water elementals. You can see quickly that the... oh wow, a human footman was able to actually sneak one inside here. What is going on? I believe that will end up getting taken down. There it goes. But more importantly, it also denies his opponents. Meanwhile, you can see that all of these units do have slow on them, which means that the light blue pressure is going to be significantly off when the time push comes to shove. Archmage now looking to back off, going to go ahead and re-engage. Is going to drop another water elemental right in here. Needs to be very careful, down to 151. Going to go ahead and back off. It may try and drop a water elemental here in just a moment. Is he going to be doing that? Not quite sure. There he goes, trying to run on in. There you have it. Is he going to go in and drop a water elemental? No, he does not yet. As you can see, there is that arcane feedback, getting in a little bit of extra damage, but he does end up killing one peasant. Now, red did not deal that much damage to blue, considering that he lost some very valuable creeping time. And also, he lost that Troll Shadow Priest, which ended up giving that Archmage level 3. A little bit of a surprise there. Meanwhile, Militia chasing after this Footman. This Footman looks like it could get taken down. Hold on. Movement speed. Is he going to be able to run away? I believe so. No, or is he going to try and run off and kill himself on some creeps? That does not seem to be the case. The Militia, however, did not get the memo. Hey, at some point, all of your swords and your shields and all of that armor, it magically disappears like at the strike of midnight. All right, anyways, hopefully you guys know what I'm referencing. I did not quote that as cleanly as I would have liked, but so far light blue seems to be having a very strong control of the situation. He's not in any serious danger. Archmage is going to be chasing after these footmen here, and more importantly, he may be able to get this one peasant who is trying to build this scout farm. If this scout farm does get taken down, it will be a little bit loss of resources. Meanwhile, the peasant can get taken down as well. We are going into a little bit of a fight there. Are we going to see the cancellation? I believe it was canceled. No real way to check except for trying to rewind the replay, but that obviously will not work as there is no rewind feature in excuse me, in WarCraft 3. Alright, Footman now wandering around back over here, and we need to keep track of what's happening inside the bases. 33 over 36 compared to 33 over 42. Both sides fighting as we see now a Naga seawitch coming in from red. So Naga seawitch opting to pick up, or red opting to pick up a Naga seawitch, and that Naga seawitch is going to be able to take down one or two footmen quite easily. And now if they turn around once more, the big problem is that you are facing level 2 water elementals, 2 of them in fact, and with their piercing damage, that can actually add up to a lot of damage very quickly. Alright, one footman did not get the memo. Do not get ahead of your water elementals, and a beautiful play by red using the natural slow movement speed of the water elementals to get a bit of distance. By getting a bit of distance across the units, and they're able to continually chase, Naga Seawitch now with those boots of speed should be able to get away. Are they going to get another cold arrow? Yes, there it goes. Now the Naga Seawitch now needs to run back. There is another water elemental there as the Naga Seawitch somehow stands around a fight. However, the Archmage is now in a bit of a run as the Naga Seawitch is going to try and get away. Will it be able to? I do believe so, as the water elementals are getting in some superficial damage now onto some of those remaining units. All right. Water elemental with half-time life. Looks like it will be able to get away. Meanwhile, this Naga Seawitch down to 78 hit points. Oh, this footman, however, not getting the memo that the Naga Seawitch would be coming out through that pass right there. One more shot will do it. And it does get... Wait, come on, just shoot it down. There it goes. Naga Seawitch about 2/3 of the way to level 2. As we're now looking at... Well, the Archmage, sitting at level 3, does have a Clarity Potion, picking up an Ivory Tower, strangely enough, and it looks like he's going to be trying to set up an expansion. Alright, let's take a look across over here. No, not setting up an expansion. Nope. Yes, he is going to be setting up an expansion there, purposely positioning that the footman there. I don't know if that was on time life or a purge. It looked like it was a time life issue. As we're looking at look around the light blue human player, perhaps training up a second hero. Yes, it is going to be that Mountain King, and the longer the game goes, the better I believe it will be for light blue. The Mountain King with those storm bolts do get progressively stronger. Naga Seawitch now being forced to pull back here. Archmage will finally get to level 3 as we see a number of priests getting trained. Now, priests are a very, very common unit in the human versus human mirror match. They are able to heal. Even though they do deal a little bit of magical damage, which is effective against footmen, they are weak to the Spellbreakers, which I believe we are eventually going to transition into. Spellbreakers very, very strong in the matchup here. A handful more priests before we transition into Spellbreakers, as both sides clearing up their creep camps and hoping to get a little bit more experience as we move forward. Priests going after the Sasquatch there. It's going to get taken down. Naga Seawitch ready to go. Archmage ready to go. As we're clearing up the Forest Trolls and the last remaining units, selling that Devotion Aura item for a little bit of gold that will help with any sort of additional unit training. We can see that a reveal was cast here onto the expansion attempt, so I guess both players do know that there is an expansion underway, and both sides really sticking to very, very similar strategies. Naga Seawitch now heading back off to the north. Where will it head off to next? That is the big question. Are they going to perhaps try and clear out this Kobold Taskmaster creep camp? And this is going to be a bit dangerous. Are the units going to be coming in from the north? Yes, they are. Mountain King is ready to go. There you have it. Stormbolt could be coming in. And are we going to see a Stormbolt straight up onto a priest? That priest that is going to be stunned for 5 seconds. And as it is stunned, it will get taken down. Abolish magic being used, or dispel magic being used across the board. As you can see, a handful of easy shots and kills there. All right, Footman now looking to back off. Archmage does have... Oh, going to drop another water elemental here. We're going to see another fight here in just a moment. Footman, no sign of defend just quite yet, as the creeps really are liking red and or sticking to red right now, as this is going to turn into a potential creep jack. All right, let's turn this around. Both sides fighting. Stormbolt onto another priest. The priest taking a fair bit of damage. It looks like it will get taken down. Naga Seawitch now sitting at level 3. Mountain King still sitting at level 2. We could see another Stormbolt come in here in just a moment with no Spellbreakers. This is a problem, as the Naga Seawitch getting in some very, very big cold arrows, however losing a footman as well. Alright, this is not looking good at all, as the Mountain King finally able to get away. Archmage looks like it will try and get away, as Spellbreakers now joining in on the fight. 2 Spellbreakers greatly shifting the tides of war in this battle, as units are now looking to regroup and perhaps get a possible little reprieve. 51 over 66 supply compared to 51 over 60. Both sides currently in low upkeep, and both sides taking a little bit of damage. Let's take a look. That footman now looking to back off. Stormbolt onto that priest. How did you even see him? Right there, taking down that priest, and you can see that this is turning into a heavy priest war. Light blue doing a good job picking off individual units, and even though the priest count is getting higher and higher for red as he retrains them, that also means that they are not training up Spellbreakers. without spellbreakers to act as your medium line or front or medium line army for your priest, that is just going to continue to hurt even further. Archmage is almost at level 4. Meanwhile, this Archmage is at 4, halfway to 5, and may be able to finish off a Kobold Taskmaster. If that Kobold Taskmaster does get taken down, the Mountain King is still going to be sitting at level 2. The Archmage really needed that extra bit of experience, as the Archmage is going to go ahead and jump inside to head off to the north. Alright, one Arcane Tower right there. Let's take a look at this. Water Elemental could be dropped first. Footman could be dropped first as well. There's the Water Elemental. There is a bit of damage. There is the attacks. Is the Archmage perhaps going to be able to get some easy kills? There goes one kill. There goes another kill. And it did not look like, oh, what is going to be happening here? Wow, that is some big damage as the Goblin Zeppelin able to slip away. Archmage did not get to level 2. It did not appear. It was very, very close to it, though, so not quite sure how much experience is left on that Archmage, or needed for that Archmage. As you can see, priests are all here ready to go. Once again, you do not want to test the waters. And as you know that, well, if you lose a Goblin Zeppelin over untraversable terrain, you lose all the units in it. And that is absolutely huge. All right, Spellbreakers keeping track of everything there. Water Elementals are there, ready to go. Time life on them is still a bit much, as we are going to be looking at that retreat, as I mentioned earlier. Workshops now being added. Let's take a look. It is going to be another drop. Water Elemental Archmage. Wow, 4 experience shy. Finally gets to the next level, and now is on the run. Footmen, are they gonna... wow, that Goblin Zeppelin down to 135 hit points, and the remaining units could not escape. If blue didn't have a big enough advantage before, it looks like the writing is on the wall. Quarter hit point Zeppelin with 2 heroes. All the harassing potential from this light blue army. 55 over 66 compared to 55 over 66. Where is all of that supply going? That is where you have to really be wondering right now. Where is that standing army? Because I really don't see it. All right, Archmage, Water Elementals dropping in. Here we go. Getting in a little bit of an attack. Is this one Goblin Zeppelin going to get taken down? Go after that Arcane Tower, at least, as the priests are now joining in on that fight. All right, Goblin Zeppelin going to be picking up some units. Is it going to be able to pick up enough units here? It looks as though the Archmages fine with just trading very, very inefficiently here. There you go. Now going to try and get away, and it will be able to back off once again. Here is that army that Red is slowly rebuilding. He's sitting at 62 over 72 compared to 56 over 78. I am still scratching my head trying to figure out where all of those units are. Okay, there is a Paladin. There is a Knight. So dual barracks training up dual Knights. That is 8 supply right there. Add in mortar teams, and this is going to be a sudden surprise. The mortar teams with fragmentation shards and Knights for that front line are going to be more than a match for the Spellbreakers and those priests in that front line. All right, let's take a look at units now backing off over here. We have Inner Fire researched. I do not remember the last time I saw Inner Fire in a human versus human mirror match. That absolutely seems like a very, very bad idea, as the Water Elemental now dropping in. There's a Fork Lightning. And I guess when you have a get out of jail free card, might as well run into dangerous situations and head back home if necessary. All right, Peasants now getting taken down. Paladin now heading back off to the north. He is not going to be able to make it down over there. As you can see, the Spellbreakers are into position here. All right, what is happening? No Scroll of Town Portal. This Arcane Towers are going to be destroyed. And if there is a sudden reversal, Red is just going to be playing this so extremely well that his opponent was not ready for it. All right, here we go. It looks as though Red is ready to finally engage. There's a Scroll of Town Portal heading straight down on top of those units. Mortar teams are scary. Knights are scary, especially 1-1 upgraded Knights against 1-0. You can see the fragmentation shards doing that damage. Knights are looking to engage. There is a couple of Inner Fire that was stolen. Why would you even consider casting Inner Fire right now? That is just an absolute silly mistake. As you can see, Knights are coming back in. All right, it looks as though Blue is at the right timing here, but the Mortar teams seem to be better coming in from Red. They're doing a big bit of damage. Holy Light comes in as well. Both sides with nearly identical armies. Are we going to see a Staff of Sanctuary come in soon? That is really what we need to be seeing right here, right now. More Inner Fire being cast, and it is perhaps going to be stolen once again as we see more attacks coming through. Blue was just not ready for the army that he is looking at right now. as it looks like another mortar team, or excuse me, another knight will get taken down. All right, let's see. More attacks coming in. Are we going to see some more cold arrows? Mortar teams now trying to fire back around. Holy Light coming in to save, as the Staff of Sanctuary could be coming in. No Staff of Sanctuary there. Just a Holy Light to try and save the unit. There's an inner fire. And is it going to be enough? There's another Holy Light. This knight will just not fall. 7 armor. Huge damage reduction, somewhere in the, I believe, in the 35% range. Is it the 30% range? 42% additional overall effective health, whereas we're looking at the mortar teams getting in some big splash damage there. All right, knights in the position. However, the Spellbreakers now, or sorry, the Water Elemental now with 7 armor. Knights now in the backfield once again. Is it going to get, I don't even think the Staff of Sanctuary has been really used yet, as we're still fighting here. All right, this knight down to 20 hit points. It does finally go down, as this fight is still continuing on. Holy Light, this front line. Spellbreakers are absolutely getting melted, as the mortar teams are able to continually push. A beautiful turnaround here. Mountain King gets a Holy Light, or I believe that was a Potion of Healing, but is it going to be enough to save? Stormbolt onto another Knight there, and we are still looking at a very strong push. Red doing its best to try and turn this around. You can see level 4 now on the Naga Seawitch. Dispel Magic coming across. Archmage still has a potion, as the Paladin is now engaging up front. All right, mortar teams taking a lot of damage. There is 3 mortar teams in the back. The blue Paladin has been taken down. Staff of Sanctuary saving a unit. Holy Light saving another unit there. Turn around. No, gets bolted in the face. There goes another unit there. Goblin Shredder continuing the fight, and this is still anyone's game. Goblin Shredder now trying to engage against some of the other remaining units. As you can see, so many Spellbreakers are just getting destroyed, and that is the game. A beautiful turnaround by the red human player to take game number 1 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.